with so many transits and so many conjunctions, you wouldn't believe it, but you need to believe this, that even I am at times completely confused. Even I at times feel that I need to micromanage my life. At times I feel that there is mismanagement of time, or I feel that my priorities are getting a little warped up. Now, what do I do during this time? Frankly speaking, I look into the planets and then I immediately understand that yes, this is why things are happening to me. So rather than getting stressed out, I become more practical and I start delving into my pet hobbies. I golf a lot, I read a lot, and at times I even immerse myself into the Netflix and see my movies so that my mind is not stressed out. So now we have another major conjunction coming up, which is Mars and Ketu. That is the south node. Now, when this conjunction comes up, again the emails start pouring in because there is fear, there is anxiety. We quite fall into apprehensions and we start forming our own perceptions. These apprehensions can also lead to confusions. But never to worry, I'm there to dispel all the fears. Like the way Eckhart Tolle had said, you don't have a life, you are life. So we never possess a life. We are life by ourselves. What an impactful way and a simple way of putting into it. So you get ready to rock, get ready to dive deep and shed some of the blocks that have been keeping you stuck. Get ready to feel the energy that you may have not felt for a long time. Get ready to feel more alive, especially when Mars and Ketu come as a conjunction. Now, according to the Vedic astrology, always we play one zodiac sign behind. It could be Sagittarius, but according to the Western, it is in Capricorn. So this month begins with the warrior planet Mars, which co-joins Ketu. There is excitement combined with anxiety and fear. Let me dispel it for you. Mars is exalted and forming a conjunction with Ketu. Now, when a planet is in its sign of exaltation, it performs to the best of its ability. This is a significant cycle for Mars as he is ready to go retrograde in Sagittarius or Capricorn, which means he will be spending quite a bit of time, in fact, whooping 6 months. Now, what does this mean? It is easy to understand how Mars in Capricorn works if we look at the nature of the constellation Capricorn and the planet Mars separately. We have to see the planet and we have to see the zodiac house that it is impelled in. Now, Mars is action. He's fury, he's angry, he's impatient, violent, rash, impulsive, and he's looking for a fight. He's athletic, competitive, decisive, vital, energetic, and courageous. These are all the adjectives that I use to explain the fury planet Mars. Now, what does Capricorn, the house or Sagittarius? It actually represents law, order, stamina, perseverance, hard work, ambition, struggle, and achievement, and also at times is capable of working overtime to reach one's goals. Now, blending these two energies together, we get a noble warrior who will follow the orders of the king without a question. He loves to fight and when he does, even if it takes a long time. We get a person who has enormous discipline over the body and mind. Mark my words, discipline over body and mind is the person who will get enormous success. And although he loves to fight, he does so with integrity. He embodies law and order as he's conquering enemy after enemy and achieving goal after goal. He's like the mountain climber that gets to the top of the mountain and can't wait to find an even bigger and more challenging mountain to climb. He has the stamina to win the war, not just only the battle. Now, adding Ketu with Mars, we get a spiritual warrior. As you may remember from my previous talks, Ketu is the headless body of a serpent. He is not of this world. He is a moksha, karika, or the indicator of spiritual freedom. Ultimately, this is where we all want to go, although we may fight it as we continue to succumb to our ego desires. So ego is what gets eliminated during this time. Now this 6-month period is giving us the opportunity to shed some ego layers and awaken to our more authentic self. This can be done through physical practices such as the intense fiery yoga asanas, martial arts, holotropic breathing and pranayam, to name a few. Actually, these should become a way of life practically for every individual. The point here is to use the energy Mars in giving us to tap into our courage, resilience and move the stuck energy in our bodies through physical practices. The way to freedom is through the body and mind. We are being blessed with an amazing opportunity to access that now when the Mars and the Ketu has come in conjunction. Because Mars is a fast moving planet, it will keep moving from one house to the other in a short span. So you have to keep reverting back to where is it situated, which house it is situated, then adopt the nuances of that particular house. So for the next 6 months, take advantage of the action, strength and willpower that Mars and Ketu are bringing to a part of your life. Now ahead, I am actually going to tell you what this powerful combination means to each zodiac sign. Now this is completely in relation to the moon sign. So you need to know from your natal chart where was the Mars, where was the Ketu placed, and today when it is coming in conjunction, how is it relating in effect with your rising or your moon sign. So during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu are traveling through the 10th house of career for the Aries rising moon, marking a time of intense outward energy in this area. This is your time to bust through the fears around your life's purpose and go for your dreams, manifest your dreams. Mars is giving you the courage now to ask for that promotion or raise, change jobs or even start your own business. Remember, be calm, be firm, but not aggressive. Be resilient. There's a difference. Now, for the Taurus rising or the moon, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu is traveling through your 9th house, marking a time of travel, expanded consciousness and learning. This is your time to be courageous and take that trip you've been dreaming about. Begin a new course of study that will open your mind, move your body and contribute your physical stamina to your mental peace. And for the Gemini rising moon and the moon sign, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu are traveling through your 8th house, marking a time of change and transformation. Now, during times of change, it is always good to have ways to discharge energy from the body so as to sidestep feelings of anxiety. So yoga, martial arts, running and dancing, and they are all good ways to keep the energy flowing as you morph into the new you. You could develop an interest in psychology or the occult sciences at this time and even take to doing some kind of a research work. For the Cancer rising or the moon signs, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu are traveling through your 7th house, putting the focus on relationships and business. You may be making shifts in one or more of these areas. With Mars aspecting your Ascendant, you are feeling energized and ready to kick into action. This is a good time to get outside and be physically active. For the Leo rising or the moon, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu are traveling through your 6th house, putting the focus on working hard and creating or reactivating a positive daily physical health regimen. Your fighting spirit is high at this time and you have the energy to make things happen. If any health issues should arise, your best course of action is to seek out alternative methods of healing. According to the Virgo and rising moon, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu are traveling to your 5th house, marking a time to focus on creativity, romance, play and study. This is a great time to support your oldest child or the eldest child in their endeavors, as he or she could experience a great burst of confidence now. The Libra rising and the moon sign, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu are traveling through your 4th house, putting the focus on home and roots. You could buy real estate at this time or simply renovate your home. In any case, there is a tremendous amount of energy here, so it is best channeled into your home so as not to cause an upsurge of restlessness. For the Scorpio, Ascendant and Moon sign, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu is traveling through your 3rd house, putting the focus on movement. You may take one or short journeys now, as well as be out and about running errands, taking workshops and chatting up a storm. You may even move now. Your ability to take risks is at all-time high and there isn't much you can't do. For the Sagittarius rising or the moon sign, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu are traveling through your 2nd house, putting the focus is on making money and on defending your values and ethics. Be careful about impulsive spending and impulsive speech at this time. On the other hand, if you're thinking about public speaking, now is the good time to prepare for it. Capricorn rising and moon with Mars and Ketu in your 1st house, get ready to roll. This is a time where you feel supercharged and ready to kick into action. Your energy is higher now and you feel passionate about life. Take advantage of the surge of energy Mars is giving to you. Make big strides in manifesting your goals, as well as create a physical and spiritual practice that will stay with you long after Mars moves on. So it's important for you to actually make yoga and meditation a way of life. Aquarius rising and moon, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu is traveling through your 12th house, marking a time where you may take your pleasures from solitude, introspection, travel and retreats. You may enjoy taking hikes, swimming and spending time in nature. On the challenging side, this transit can be difficult for relaxing and sleeping. So it's important to engage the body in physical activity and practices as much as possible. The more you work the body, the more peace you will enjoy. For the Pisces rising and moon, during the next 6 months, Mars and Ketu are traveling through your 11th house, marking a time to channel your energy into socializing and groups. Taking group exercises, classes, going on group hikes and playing team sport are all excellent activities now. Your ability to make gains in finances are favored now. Be kind to your friends and colleagues, as Mars here could present some challenges, but not that you can't overcome. So isn't it an exciting time if you actually see? Don't fret just hearing the word South Node or North Node or Rahu or Ketu and the conjunction with Mars and all. Don't cloud your mind with fearful thoughts. Just remember the words, you don't have a life, you are life by yourself.